ladies and gentlemen. Since Donald Trump made those remarks about a black community, um, they are talking about his criminal record and mug shot, and he's being discriminated against. A lot of people got upset with Donald Trump for making those remarks, and I don't blame them because what he was implying is we are sympathetic because we're a bunch of criminals. Donald Trump, let me tell you something. You got more indictments than the average man in the inner city. Even in areas where the crime is high, those black men do not have 91 indictments. Okay? You have out indicted even the average black man that do have a criminal record. You don't have no 91 indictments, you can best believe that. And number two, they're still harping on Tim Scott bringing in the black vote for the GOP, which is absolutely not going to happen. Let me just put it to you this way, Republicans, just in a language that you can understand. If you like them, chances are we don't. And that's plain and simple. Tim Scott does not have any good rapport with the community that he comes from. This man is a race denier. He speaks and works against the community that he comes from. He's another one that says we shouldn't get reparations. He's another one that denies the discrimination that's happening. And people ain't feeling him like that. If you do get those few votes, it's not going to have anything to do with Tim Scott. You can best believe it. Some of our people are willing to overlook the recent events of things that have happened and still vote for Donald Trump. And some, I really believe, as time move along, and if y'all continue to communicate with black voters like you are, you'll be lucky if you get 2% of the black vote by November. Because y'all are doing poorly, real poor. So you can keep sitting there talking about you going to get votes over sneakers and uh, a mugshot and criminal records is, giving you sympathy and all that stuff. You can keep going down that path. It's a losing path. If you really want a lot of people to come out, offer something. Y'all don't have a plan. You don't have an agenda. It's just like voting for the Democrats at the end of the day. That's the biggest complaint. The Democrats never have an agenda for us, but they seem to have one for everyone else. And y'all are going down that same path. You want the vote, but you don't want to do nothing for that vote. So as long as that is the way it stands, then you're really no different from the Democrats. You're just a new face and a new plantation. That's all. There's no advantage to vote Republican at this particular time, just like there's no advantage to vote Democrat until Trump comes out with an agenda and show what he's going to do. In my opinion, it is counterproductive to give away your vote to him, just like Biden. It really is going to be no different between both candidates. So, y'all, let's get into it because there are still people dragging Donald Trump. So, Donald Trump made some very controversial remarks. Black votes will back him because of his legal woes, as if we're dealing with that every day. We don't. And he claims this is going to help him get that vote. So Trump is making an effort to win over black men, and he wants to cut into that vote that Joe Biden would normally get. But if he's not offering anything, he really don't deserve your vote either. So he is trying to focus on black men, ladies and gentlemen. Deontay Johnson, president of the Black Conservative Federation, who said absolutely nothing about Donald Trump's remarks. In fact, they saw nothing wrong with what he was saying. So they're not going to be much help either. So he said Trump's election and reelection campaign indicates a change happening within the GOP. The Democratic Party has never had to fight for the black vote. They never had to worry about Republicans going back to the black vote. Now it's happening and they don't know what to do. Well, they know what to do, but they have practiced benign and neglect for so long, they don't want to change course. At this point, they should have been came out with some kind of agenda, and they haven't done it yet. And you got to understand, you got a bunch of old relics in both parties, and they don't want to change, y'all. They don't want to change. They want to come out here, give you a bunch of empty, hollow promises, and then get in office and do nothing. They don't want that to change. They seriously want to hang on to that at all costs. So, ladies and gentlemen, let them fight for the vote. Let them fight for it, because if they realize they're going to get the vote, if they offer something, then maybe we'll see what happens and what either party will offer. But as of now, they are doing a lot of talking, and no offer is coming from either side on what they're going to do for us. And we don't want to hear what we do for black people will help everybody. We're not talking about everybody. Or what we do for everybody will help black people too. No, we're not trying to hear that. You didn't tell the Asians that when it came down to their crime bill. You didn't say we already got laws on the books and that'll help the Asians too. No, you gave them a crime bill. When it comes to reparations, you give all of these other groups reparations. And then when it's us, you want to talk programs. Well, why didn't you offer them programs? Why didn't you give them programs and withhold the money? No, you only talk that way to us. And until things change, I would recommend you don't go for either party until they offer some type of an agenda. And they have to go through with that agenda. We don't want to hear no hollow promises that you don't intend to carry out. So, y'all, they have to put up or shut up at this point. We don't have time to be listening to what we do for everybody is going to help black people too. We don't have time to be listening to that. And number two, you are not laying the blame at our feet if you lose on either side. If you didn't promise nothing, you have no right to you can't lay the blame on us, and you didn't promise a thing. You didn't do a thing. You want something for nothing, then there is no one else to blame other than yourselves. And we're not going to accept the blame. And when you come with the blame, we're going to fight you like hell and put that blame right back on your lap. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.